be showing you just tons of clips from dances I've choreographed in the past, all in slow motion so that we can really get a good look. But anyway, what I'm getting at is there's lots of places to travel to on the stage itself. And when you're composing your dances, you know, there's those little times when you get stuck and go, what shall I do next? Well, it always kind of helps to, you know, stimulate some new thought to go, well, I haven't gone in my figure eight, or I haven't gone in my circle, or I haven't gone in my diagonal, or of course there's always, I haven't gone in my V. So you can always think about the directions. It kind of gives you a little boost. Let's go back to the element of time, and I'll show you some examples of canon, as that is one of the most basic ways to start creating staging. Here's a basic canon that moves up from the floor. So I think that trio staging is really challenging and rather difficult to make interesting. Let's look at some ways to tackle the trio. In this example, the dancers are all doing the exact same combination, it's just in canon. This type of canon, though, needs to be choreographed to travel full stage. Let's look at some really simple right-left lines. These lines come in as a V. So we already know this is our down stage, this is our up stage, and this is our stage left, and this is our stage right. Now when the dancers are coming in as a V, we have to talk about the apex of that triangle. So, you know, if a triangle is this way, down here where my wrists are, would be the apex of that little triangle that I'm making. So in this example, I have dancers coming in like this. These are the dancers. They're coming in from the wings. I've got these three dancers again, but they're in the downstage apex. So let's take a look at that clip. Here we see the diagonals coming in, and it looks as if we're going to make a downstage apex. But the dancers go through the windows, and now we have an upstage apex. The dancers are going to just all do that short combo we talked about, and all but the middle three dancers are going to exit. And you'll see that that middle dancer up at the apex moves forward, so now the trio moves into place with a downstage apex. We're going to talk about a little bit more complicated staging. Now, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in my little dance world, I have to make up the pattern, then I make up the choreography to follow that little pattern. So I map out my pattern first, then I make up the choreography. So we're going to make a little pattern. I'll show you how I do it. So now that I've got my pattern made up, by the time I have 4 groups of dancers do this, I'm going to have 4 rows of 4 people to dance in rows. And then in rows you can do lots of different staging. But before we talk about the rows, let me show you the choreography that's this pattern, the one that crosses the stage. Here is some choreography to exemplify how you fill in that little map that I drew with choreography. So here I come, I just come bounding out of the back wings. I have 3 walks and a kick. I come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you know that little jump, that sauté jump? I wanted the dancers to sauté right through the center of the stage at the same time. I made that up ahead of time. So you got to kind of think of these things, what you want to happen right in the center of your stage.